Hey everybody, welcome to Bumblin Acres. This is Joseph Simon. Hope you all are doing well. I'm actually doing the process for feeding my pigs in the moment. But today we are going to be actually breeding our rabbits. And I figure my wife and me will be doing it, and we'll show you how we do it on our property and tips and tricks that we've learned and our recommendations for proper ways to breed your rabbits.
Welcome to Bumblin Acres. We are a small homestead located in southern Indiana. We raise chickens, turkeys, geese, rabbits, and pigs. Join us while we work to foster a healthy relationship between each other, our land, and our greater community. We upload new content regularly and appreciate you being with us today.
Alright, so while you watch my beautiful wife assemble the rabbit hutch, the rabbit breeding box, as you'll see we've spared no expense. This is the honeymoon suite. $8 at the thrift store. Yeah, the honeymoon suite. This is what you get for our rabbits. We raise our rabbits caged. I'll leave a link to our Bumblin Rabbits video. And in order to breed them, we create a separate enclosure for them to be in, and then we bring the buck and the doe together and let them do their thing. So we'll talk more about that when we get to it. This is our prime super buck, Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers looking strong today, looking very hoppity hop. Got his hop skills on. We're gonna put him in, and then we will eventually put the ladies in next, one at a time. Multiple does are territorial. Well, does in general are territorial, so you don't just like throw a bunch in at once. There can be some fighting, but one at a time, and the Kenny will do his business, and then in 28 to 32 days we will have litters on 3 of our girls. We have bred our rabbits before once, and one of our does actually died, so we're hoping on a successful breeding of all 3 of our does.
Joe with our ginormous American chinchilla. Her name is Jolene, so I like to stick with the country music theme.
She did not like my wife holding it.
Yeah.
But she's fine in the arms of a man.
So maybe she'll be ready.
Like Jolene, actually. So
Dolly will be jealous.
You want to explain how we...
So I don't like, especially with big rabbits, to put them into the male's cage. You definitely never take the male to the female cage. It's very territorial. But since ours are so large, there's not a whole lot of room to get it on in the cage. So I put them in this play yard, so it's neutral territory for everybody. I like to see at least 3 fall-offs, but I usually get them at least half an hour together so they get multiple times to get jiggy with it. But all of these have reached breeding age and beyond. The chickens, as you can see, are pervert creepers. They are into watching. You know, I guess ain't nothing wrong with that. And we'll see how this goes. She is huge, and he is, I swear, twice the size he was last year. He was a good lover to the 2 rabbits we bred him to back in the spring, and she was ready. She put her tail up, and he doesn't do a very dramatic fall off, but he likes to snuggle them too sometimes. Like I say, you should get at least 3 fall offs to make sure it takes. I like to give him a little bit more than that to ensure, but as you can see, she is dropped down, lifted that tail up, and she's asking for it.
Made room for
that is consent in the bunny world.
She has made room for him.
Like I said, he usually chills out a little bit and then nuzzles her and goes back for another round.
And it's been like...
Forget a minute man, ladies. This is the true 1 second man.
It's been like 6 months for him, so I guess he's...
Yeah, we do not breed them during the summer. It's too hot. It's stressful for everybody. The heat can actually make the males sterile during the high heat, and the kits, which are the baby rabbits, would not stand a very good chance of surviving. Yeah, I like to give them a rest. And even after they've had the babies, I don't breed them again until they're about ready to wean. I feel like, I'm a mama too. I don't want to get knocked up, a week after I gave birth while I'm still nursing. So I don't like to stress my animals. It's not worth it. I like to give them a nice, long, happy life.
We'll have a quick talk about the genetics. Kenny Rogers is an albino rabbit, as you all can tell, and obviously Jolene is not. That giant American chinchilla. And what's important to note is that Kenny Rogers is not a white rabbit. He is an albino rabbit. And the difference is Kenny Rogers is actually a colored rabbit. He's actually more of a darker black rabbit. But the albino expression in his genes means he's white, and that's why albino is white with red eyes.
I heard it described as a color blocking gene. It basically blocks whatever color expression they would have.
So the kits, the children, the kidlings, the little rabbits
that
come out of the big rabbits, the children, ask your parents about that, will not be albino. They will be a mix of whatever the chinchilla is, and it'll probably be like a black gold or black. Look, it actually
probably steel-tipped black. When we mixed him with Reba in the spring, we got a beautiful gold-tipped steel shade because she's a red rabbit and he's technically a black rabbit. When we mix him with Dolly, our other white rabbit, they will produce white. Now these two, I'm not sure what see what I mean? He nuzzled. He's sweet. He's a good lover. And yeah, hi Kenny. Hi Jolene. And so I don't know what I'll get with these two. Probably like a steel-tipped black. It'll be interesting to see. But we'll definitely keep the white ones for freezer camp. The gold-tipped steel ones we get from him and Reba sold really well. People wanted them for pets because they were so pretty, and for meat rabbits. So I'll probably sell their babies again. And depending on what these two produce, we may sell some or send some to freezer camp, or maybe, you know, a total. Yeah, rabbits are cheap. I think we maybe spend $50 total in feed for a year for the 4 rabbits. Need a good shady, ventilated spot. We have ours. Sorry, our yard is a mess right now, but we have ours underneath the portion of our carport in front of the cars, and where part of it is shaded and protected from weather by the end of our house, by tall shady trees, but they get a nice crossbreed.
Moving rabbits is not hard. You just basically grab by the neck, by the scruff of the neck.
Nope, to the side.
That's got to get on the thing. There you go.
There we go.
There, and a good fall. Good fall off.
So we've got at least 2 fall off.
It's really what you want to see. They want to mount and the falling off by the male afterwards.
And some male rabbits squeal and literally like throw themselves backwards when they fall off. Some are much more dramatic than my guy
Well, let's
here.
be honest, some humans have some pretty interesting post-coitus rituals, so, you know, I can't really say much about the rabbits on that one.
But you want to watch not just to make sure that they have done what they need to do in order to get pregnant, but to make sure that he's not being a bad lover.
Yeah.
You know, that he's not biting them, pulling their fur out, hurting them, and same.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers has been a
females are
great
not about it.
Dixie.
Dixie's starting to molt. She's looking a little rough.
But we're going to do this with all of our rabbits, and we should have kits within 28 to 32 days. It is like a clockwork, and this will be the first time we've bred Jolene, so we don't know what her offspring amount will be, but we would expect anywhere between, I would expect from 5 to, you can have as many as 12, so we're hoping to have a good amount, and we'll take it from there. So everybody, that is how we breed our rabbits here on Bumblin Acres. It's not a complicated endeavor. It actually was a little more interesting. Kenny Rogers had more issues this time than he did his first session, because he's a young male rabbit. So we are you know, expecting within 30 days all the does were mounted by the buck. You want them to mount at least 3 times. That went very well, so we have no reason to believe that we won't have, within 28 to 32 days, a large amount of rabbits. So going into winter, we should be ready to butcher towards the end of the year, and we should have more meat in the freezer, which is what we want to do, and we'll be able to sell some of Reba and Kenny's kits, and it'll be interesting to see what the American chinchilla and Kenny Rogers look like. So really appreciate y'all joining us for this video. I hope you have a great and wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.